Yo, Felice post fucking gym video. I mean work video. So the sales aspect, I'm definitely becoming more comfortable after day 17 of my job. Don't really believe I'm a financial advisor because all I've been doing is cold calling. Yet on paper, I am a financial advisor because I passed the exam. I got the license. Not only do I have the license, I have knowledge of certain instruments. Maybe not strategies or implementing the strategies, but I have knowledge. On that note, the firm also has knowledge and experience and people they are working with on a daily basis. Senior directors, VPs, heads, senior management, territory sales management. They're actually helping people with $500 million asset under management. So of course, that's something that needs to be hammering in your head, but yet you still have to break yourself slowly and then rebuild it. Same way how you build muscle. Something I have to constantly tell myself, okay, you have to break down your muscles, eat the protein, recover, and it builds up. And then progressively overload. For example, now I'm learning to fight the objections more and set a set because of practice. I took the reps, broke my ego down, took the punches, did the reps, took a step back, reviewed myself, got advice, rebuild that muscle, and recovered and processed my emotions. I had to bulk up a little bit. I had to go on a surplus because too cutting. I was too lean. It affected my mood, my everything. My sleep, really. It affected my sleep. And once your sleep is cut, like for multiple days, you have to take a step back and realize, okay, how come this is happening? Why this is happening? And you keep answering that why and that how. You're like, oh, okay, let's try this solution. Let's start adapting. That's the major key right there, adapting to your new environment, your new situation, instead of sticking to the old routine that's being more fatal to you, detrimental to you. And now you just adapt. I'm sure you guys all adapted when you were going to school. You had a routine, and now that semester's over. The next semester you have classes at different times. Guess what? You had to adjust. You were in summer vacation in high school, and then school started. Guess what? You had to adjust. Maybe you weren't working. Now you got a job. Guess what? You had to adjust. You have to figure out now what works best for me and keeps me sharp. Simple as that. But that goes back down to building and recovering. That goes back to recovery. Okay, y'all don't know where you're going. I made the same mistake before. Bro, I don't know what it is with West Palm. I never seen more slow drivers than I've ever seen in my life. But thank God for that, because maybe there's a reason. Back on topic. So sales aspect is really the work. Right now I'm fine-tuning the script still to make it sound as natural as I can and practicing my cadence and my tone. So during these videos, the conscious effort will be pace, cut out the fluff, tone, pauses at certain moments. example, I'll read the script right now, the best that I can. Hello, ring ring. My name is Jeffrey. Yeah. How's your day? Yeah. I was just calling to see, my name might have sounded familiar. I've been sitting down with a few different directors, managers over at Verizon for the past couple weeks. Does my name or my firm ring any bells? No? What about my firm, Guided Financial? No? Okay, perfect. Fair. Very fair. Here's some context. We help folks. We help folks over at Verizon, specifically around Verizon's unique features within the 401k and tax planning, and making sure you're on track for retirement. So, not trying to take your time now, I am scheduling a 15-20 minute call just to catch you up with how we're helping some of your other supervisors on retirement. You have a morning, afternoon, works best for you. Kind of butchered that off my memory, but because I just changed some words and tweaked it, so I gotta hammer that in. But the tone, the pacing, everything, the cadence, and constantly sticking to that while it's changing it. Because some of these directors, VPs are just straight up, what do you want? Yeah, what's up? And you might think the best idea would be to like speed up and like get to the point. Not just, yeah, whatever, brush that shit off. Like, hey, what's up? And learn to disconnect a little bit. But that comes with practice. But you gotta practice it. Same thing with anything. Any skill, practice. Not only that, going back to recovery, eating well, eating phenomenal. For example, switching up the routine. Today I ate, I'm still full from yesterday's refeed, or surplus, really. I get a lot. But eating at certain times definitely help. At least keep my brain going. Like eating some non-fat Greek yogurt, protein chips, the legendary ones. Those are phenomenal in terms of macros, filling for me. So that helped a lot. Eating whole foods and resetting my insulin also helps tremendously. And of course, sleep. Because all that would translate, all that energy would translate. My boss, the president, said, Jeffrey, you got a big dick, just swing that shit. You have the energy, just be comfortable. This is your domain, your world. You control it. He didn't say all that, but he said, you got a big dick, dude. This is your domain. Be comfortable in it. Very true. That's something you will realize about yourself if you're an introvert or you're trying something new. It might take you time for you to get comfortable. Somebody else might be running the track faster than you, but you don't worry about them. You worry about your progress. Because at the end of the day, is it really about the clients or is it really about the quality? If you can pull 3 directors or vice presidents of a certain department and they move their money in your account, or they buy plans, or eventually move their money into a portfolio as asset under management, that beats all the other ones. These motherfuckers have like $4-5 million in their 401k. That's just their 401k. That's not what including the social securities. That's not including pension. That's not including shit. Just 401k. They can have IRAs. Again, social securities, a pension, real estate trust. They have a lot. And they are, yeah, they're the ones who will move money. They're like, yeah, I can save money on taxes, bet. They're actually the not the easiest one. They're the ones who are more willing to show up and see how much they can save money. The ones who don't are actually the lower level managers. The younger guys, like, oh, you're trying to take my money. They're more defensive, but it's like, dude, you've been in the workforce for like 4 years. Your 401k is not crazy. You don't have, you're not in the millions. Like, I manage, can't say that. But thanks for listening to the ramble. There's some traffic in the highway. Let's see where this goes. Yo, shout out Taekwondo, because this video about conversation came at a very prevalent time. So God bless. Hope everyone's doing well.